My name is James Williams Jr. This is my last video for tonight. I think I've reached my video limit for the day, because I shot like 9 or 10 videos earlier, and this is the last one I'm shooting because I want to keep it real. And the video before this one, I really let you guys get in a little bit, and you know, I talked about things that were really, really personal, and yeah, they still hurt, you know. And sometimes we have to have pain. We don't necessarily have to have suffering, but we have to have pain. And suffering sometimes comes with pain. But you should never have to relive your pain and suffering under no circumstances whatsoever. And if you've never been in a place of total pain, then hopefully the video before this one, you've learned mine. Now, I don't know how my future's going to turn out. I don't know if this acting thing's ever going to happen. But I do know as long as I can video chat, I will. Well, video blog, rather. I do know that I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to keep praying, and I'm going to pray and hope that God makes it happen. And I'm just in a real bad spot in life. I've been in a real bad spot for the last 7 years. And then when my dad died, the spot only got worse. And true confessions. Now, there are things that we can change, and there are things we cannot. And there are things that we can change about ourselves, and there are things that we cannot. And, my mouth, I'm working on. I really wish I never heard a cuss word a day in my life, because I cuss so much that the harder I try not to cuss, the more I find myself cussing. And it saddens me that in a country called America, where the American dream should never be beyond the reach of its own people, it generally is. And that other people from other countries can come in and live the American dream. No, don't read too deep into that. I'm just speaking the truth, because it really shouldn't be this difficult for me to get an acting job in a state that has a studio that doesn't want to make movies. It really shouldn't be this difficult for me to get a job anywhere in my state, and it has been. And being a vet, and you hear how people are vet friendly, and then you hear, well, we don't have room for you at this moment, but we will find a job if we have a job opening. It shouldn't be this difficult. But in America works for almost everyone that's not born here. And in the case of Native Americans, it really works against them too. And the thing is, we don't really try to solve the problem. We just keep compiling more problems. And then the solution was really simple, was what idiots let it get this bad in the first place. And we can go through generations and blame and blame and blame, but no one wants to accept or take accountability for it. And the thing with this is that, until we try to come together, if everybody on Earth was blind and no one knew what somebody's ethnic background was, there wouldn't be racism. If everybody on Earth looked at each other the way we did when we were children, when we didn't know that there was only one race, the human race, when we didn't know that the human race were a bunch of racist assholes, and we didn't know that a person's color would determine if you would be their friend for the rest of their life, or just that small bleeding moment in time. Look to the children, since the Bible says that you all shall learn to lead the way. We need to learn to stop destroying their innocence and follow their example. I know you guys are thinking that I'm probably the biggest douchebag that you've ever met. That's cool. I know all the guys that watch anything that I posted about Trump today is definitely thinking that. But am I a douchebag if I've showed you that I had tangible proof that he doesn't like Native Americans? Am I a douchebag because I'm multicultural and I want all humans to find that one conglomerate of peace that we all struggle for? Look, Here's the bottom line before I go to bed. Because everybody who lives, specifically in America, these are your basic essentials: food, water, air. We all bleed red. No one wants their ass to stink, and everybody needs a little bit of money to keep a roof over our heads. That's pretty much it. Now, there are some of us who have been blessed and have tons of money, but are greedy and don't want to use the money to benefit mankind like Batman would do, or Charles Xavier. They want to keep being greedy and make more money than they'll ever spend in their lifetime and give all the poor people the finger. Now, I touch on this for the simple fact, I posted up a lot of videos about Trump. And if you guys want to take that personal, if he wants to take it personal, y'all can all kiss my ass. The problem with people is that we purposely look for the indifferences. When Trump went after transgender people in my state, when he went after transgender people in the military, them dog tags that I put on every day because I didn't get to serve the country the way I wanted to, that if I was still in my 20s, I would gladly go back. Because in the military, I found the family that's not like the family I come from. I found the place where I actually belong, even though we didn't get along, we got along better than I did with my own fucking flesh and blood. That I'm willing to die for everybody watching this video and for the red-headed step troll that's running the country. None of his children have served. None of his children will ever have to serve. And you know why? They come from money. What the fuck they need to work for us for? And now that he's the president, for the rest of their lives, they will have bodyguards. Yes, that's expensive as fuck for the United States government. He doesn't have to put a dime into it. But for the rest of his life, for the rest of all of his children's lives, they will be protected. Same thing for any presidential family. If you read this statute of being a president, for the rest of your life, bodyguards will follow you. Your health insurance is covered. You can't rerun for presidency, but you can still go back and get seats on the government, in the Senate, in the House of Delegates, in Congress. And you will have bodyguards for the rest of your life. And you catch either a $1,000 or $2,000 check for the rest of your life. But when you already come from money, why do you need that? Because of greed. And we as humans are greedy. Poor people are hungry and greedy because we have to be. It's not like we woke up and said, hey, let's be poor. It's not like we were born into a poor family and jumped for joy because we're poor. Poor people are happy because they find happiness. But we're always hungry. And the thing about being hungry is, hunger makes you take jobs that you wouldn't take. Hunger makes you do things that you wouldn't do. If a rich person could be poor for a day, they would count their blessings. And they would also learn how to bless others. I want to make movies so that I can teach Kung Fu for free. Please don't forget that. That's why I started this whole thing. Not to forget where I came from, but to make other people's lives better through the power of Kung Fu. The same way my hero, my idol Bruce Lee, was going to do, but his untimely death fucked him out of that. I want you guys to remember one thing. If I never make another video, humanity, salvation, is within the human being's ability to love each other, take care of each other, forgive each other, and more importantly, cut off the hate at the racial tension. We're all one species, human. We're all one race, human. If I prick your finger, you will bleed. If you cut my throat, not only will I bleed, but I will die. And yes, it may make room for you. But you have to have a good listen at this saying. The lesser of two evils is probably better than trying to wipe out every evil. Because you have to remember that no matter how many forces of evil you wipe out, there's always another motherfucker that's going to try and take his place. So try to remember that. As we quest for our humanity to find ways of peace, look to the children. They can guide the way. They know right from wrong. All you have to do is not teach them to be prejudiced or racist, and the world will find peace. I'm James Wimp Jr. This is Kung Fu Number 2. Be seeing you.